I'm super happy. We got something delivered from Amazon. I don't know what it is. I'm very excited to find out who sent it. This is one of the first things, or this is the first thing that came from our registry that we finally set up like a few days ago. Oh my gosh, I felt such a weight lifted off my shoulders by having the registries completed. We have one at Target, we have one at Amazon. My friend from college, Erica, set up the one from Target. I'm so thankful for her. And then my daughter, she added more stuff to it and she created the Amazon registry. And oh my gosh, I'm just so excited that they're finally done. I didn't realize how much anxiety it was causing me to not have them done. I didn't realize how much anxiety went into me not doing them. But now that they're done, I feel a little bit more prepared, which is good because we need to hurry up and be prepared for this baby. So I'm gonna open this, see what this is, and thank whoever it is. It's a gift from Tracy Reese. Oh, I don't know what it is yet, but thank you so much, Tracy. It's so sweet for you to send us something. So I went to elementary school and middle school and a little bit of high school with Tracy. Like, we've probably known each other since we were like 6 or something. Thank you so much. Oh, which one is this? Is this the oh, what are these? They're socks. I think this is the milestone blanket. Oh my goodness.
It is.
Oh, it is. Yay! I'm so excited. These are so cute. Okay, thank you so much. Y'all, I cannot wait. Let me see, there's something else in here too.
Oh, I know what that is.
What is it?
It's the nursing cover that goes over the, and also can go over the car seat. Yeah.
This is so nice. I didn't even know they made these until we were making the registry. Now this is, as she just explained, is a nursing cover that I can wear to breastfeed, because we breastfeed babies over here. Well, I try to anyway. I know sometimes it's a struggle for some moms. It's not that they don't want to. Sometimes they just can't. So I'm lucky to be able to, last I checked. So I just wear it and it covers me. And then when I'm not using it to cover myself.
Oh, that's cute.
What exactly is this though? Oh, is this the pouch it goes in? Oh, this is really cute. Yeah, so when I'm not using it to cover me and the baby, then it can go over the car seat. And the handle sticks up through this top part, the handle of the car seat, and your baby's covered. Thank you. The very first thing we got off the registry. But I really appreciate it. We all appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I am seething mad. Like, I'm like really going through it today. I don't know why. It's probably just the pregnancy hormones, but I am just so upset. I'm just at my normal OB's appointment, and they send me text messages before I come in, just to confirm that, you know, I'll be here, and that, you know, to let us know whatever the procedures are in terms of waiting and being called back and being let into the exam rooms. And they sent me a message a couple days ago saying that due to the surging cases of COVID here, that they weren't letting anyone back into the waiting rooms or the exam rooms. So I'm like, okay, you know, we went through this earlier in the pregnancy, when I first started being seen at the OB's office, their waiting room was shut down. Like, they weren't even letting patients come in and wait in the waiting room. We had to wait in the car. We had to call and check in and let them know when we were outside, and then they would call us to let us know to come in. And then if you had your spouse or your children with you, then they could come back into the exam room. You didn't even wait in the lobby. Okay, cool. After a little while, though, they started letting, families come wait into the waiting room. And then, I've noticed, because I keep up with the news, that there's been a resurgence in cases here in Las Vegas. And so it didn't really surprise me when I got the text message. But I come into the waiting room today, and the waiting room is full of people. It always is. And there's a man sitting with presumably his spouse. And it bothered me a little bit, but I didn't say anything. I wasn't gonna say anything. But I turned around when they called her. They let him back. And I'm sitting there like, are y'all serious? And then some time goes by, and I realize the entire time I'm sitting in the waiting room, there's a lady behind me. First of all, she's causing a disturbance. She's one of those parents that is the reason doctors' offices put signs up and say no small children. And she has 2 small children with her, and they're not really, being really misbehaved. They're just children. They're being small children. And she is, fussing at them and just kind of causing a disturbance and making all this noise. But it occurred to me, I'm like, hold up. She got these 2 little kids in here with her. They're going to go back with her. She's not going to leave them in the waiting room. And they're in the waiting room. And they don't have on masks. And they're older than 2. So they should have on masks. And I'm just like, hold on. The rules are being enforced so inconsistently, because there have been times where I've come with my family and I was told that I had to come back by myself. And because of that, Keith has missed some pretty cool ultrasounds, to be honest. And my daughter, I don't think she's seen one, and it was on one of the older ultrasound machines. So it wasn't the same as when I normally go. I was going and getting my ultrasounds from my high risk specialist, but I'm not seeing them anymore. So, it's been a while since anybody, even me, has seen an ultrasound. And then, like I said, I have like some pretty serious complications, and it's just important. It's important, one, that you can have a support person with you when you're pregnant in general, but then at times like these, it's really important. And then with what I have going on, it's even more so important, and I'm just so upset. I didn't mention it today. My family they actually went to go get something to eat, because they were under the understanding that they weren't going to be allowed up with me. So they're eating at the moment, but I'm like really going through it. It's the end of my pregnancy. It's week 34 on Friday, and today is Tuesday. And my baby's gonna be here in a few weeks. And I just, it's stuff like this that make me really feel like I'm going through it by myself. Like, at home, everybody is with me and tending to me and asking if I'm okay and taking good care of me. But coming into these doctor's offices is so difficult, especially after you've gone through what we've been through. And then I have to come and be by myself. It's really, really tough. I am gonna say something. If my family does not finish eating and come back up before, or if they come up and they give them some problems, I'm definitely gonna say something today, because it's not fair. Like, and in all actuality, I understand, but it's like, enforce, if this is your policy or your rules or your procedures or whatever, enforce it equally, enforce it across the board. and, you know, let that be that. I don't feel like I should have to suffer, and the next woman, you know, gets the convenience and the support, the convenience and the support of her family, and I can't have that from mine. Like, it's not okay. So, I'm gonna talk to my doctor about it regardless if my family is done eating their food, and I don't know. I don't know.
You got all the risk factors already. You don't need somebody saying stupid stuff like that. It's really annoying. I'm over it. So if next time your spouse wants to be here to hear that stuff, and you can't have your child be alone, well then your child just comes. That's the way life is. So it scares the girls up front. They say stuff like, you can't bring your daughter. I'm not afraid of the state of Nevada. We'll do our best. You do your best you can, but you gotta bring a family member because you got scary crap happening.
Luckily for me, my OB is very understanding. He is a very experienced and understanding man, and he totally agreed with me that anybody should be allowed to bring their support folks, their support people, if it's just too distressing to be there without them. I don't know if you actually got to hear him say that, but that's exactly what he said. He told me, yeah, they're trying to limit the number of people who come through there because they have gotten walkthroughs from the state, and the state is fining them or whatever they do to doctor's offices. Whatever they do to them, the state has done it. But my OB specifically said, I'm not scared of the state. He said, we're an essential service. None of these women are actually here because they want to be here. He said, it's not a party. Like, you have to come in here to see me. So, you know, and some of you all, me particularly, are dealing with some heavy, scary stuff. And you want your support people there to be able to hear that, to support you through it. Exactly. So, ideally feeling a bit better. And I'm glad that I voiced my concern to him. I'm learning to do that a whole lot more often these days. A few years ago, I might not have voiced the concerns. I might have just felt the way that I felt and then told my people how I felt at the end of the day. But they told me to bring, he said, you know, and we understand, not everybody can have a babysitter. Now, I know they probably look at my big old child because she looks like she's 14, 15. She's just turning 13 this week, actually. I know they probably look at her and say, well, she can stay at home. But I don't leave my child at home by herself. It's just something I don't do, especially if I don't have to, and I don't. So, whatever. Next time, I know I only have a few more appointments to go anyway. So, if they give me any lip when I come back the next time about who's there and whether or not they can go back with me, I'm definitely going to let them know my OB cleared my family to be with me, and they're going to be here for the remainder of my appointments unless it's up to them, unless it's up to us, okay? But yeah, that's really it. I am having a kind of a distressing time. I think as time gets nearer, I realize more about the type of situation and predicament that I'm in. It's scary to go into the doctor's office like I did today and they tell me, oh yeah, even though we scheduled your C-section for weeks sooner than you would have wanted it to be scheduled, you still may not make it to your scheduled C-section date because of how serious what you're dealing with is, and just how common it is to not make it to your scheduled C-section date. Something may go wrong. So, and I don't mean go wrong in the sense that she or I won't be okay, but just not go according to plan. The trauma that comes from things not going the way that the mother intended and the mother planned. And I'm still dealing with some of that. Not just in this pregnancy, because that's coming out in the wash as we go along, but in my last pregnancy. And it just kind of all commingles and it overwhelms. And I never know when it's going to happen. So it's funny because I'm just fully expecting always that it's going to be a good day. I get to leave the house today, right? And some days I go in there and I feel terrible. And most of the time that happens, I'm by myself. But otherwise, it was a good appointment. We're good. Like, I'm good. She's good. Nothing has changed in terms of the issue with placenta previa that I have. All right, y'all. Thank you again for watching the video. Leave me a comment below if you or someone you know is pregnant during quarantine and is struggling, and let me know how you or they are coping with it. Maybe there's something else that I could do that would help me in these last few weeks. But yeah, other than that, I'll see y'all in the next video. Subscribe to my channel. Remember to hit the notification bell so that you get a notification if and when I post a new video. I'll see y'all again soon. Bye.